Facilitating UX workshops can be challenging, particularly when they're done remotely. We asked UX practitioners what their tips were for running remote workshops.
People won't interact. Like if you were to hand them a post-it note and a pen in a room and everybody gets up and goes to the wall, it's obvious who's sitting down. So, everyone would be encouraged to participate, but on a digital setting, I don't know how I'm going to get everybody to participate. It's so easy just to sit and watch and not get engaged. I worry that the quiet voices aren't going to be heard. So that's why I think kind of icebreaker activities or giving people their own little space to work, breaking them out into groups. It takes time and it's a lot to coordinate, but I think if you get people to open up, that'll help. And then the more we do it, I'm hoping the easier it's going to be.
The issue with the mental draining aspect of staring at a screen all the time. Every time I did a real life workshop, you could do 9 or 10 hours even if you run over. And in the end, you were sort of okay. But now when I do a 3.5 hours workshop afterwards, I feel like I need to lie down because I'm so drained. It's just, maybe it's something about focusing on this plane that is a screen for too long. I don't know what exactly it is, but it's so much more exhausting than being in a room and looking at different people and moving around more. So I try to account for that with an extra load of energizers and more breaks. But yeah, it's still difficult.
When we are remote, we always think that we can do multitasking, and that's not possible. So it's really hard when you are trying to do something remotely, and something that you could do, it's ask for turn on the camera, so you will see when someone is not really focused. And also it's pretty obvious when someone is not paying attention because they are typing or they are moving their face in a way that they are thinking something else. So I think that's the main challenge that I have.
People need to jump from breakout room and back into the main room. There's a lot of making sure that people are still doing what they need to do, which is really easy to do when you can just walk around the room and kind of just check in on people. And so that creates a lot of lagging time. So really you have to allocate more time to really have those workshops happen in a remote setting, which is, I think, the biggest learning that I have so far now that a lot of those collaboration now goes remote.
It was just because probably it was problem with the shareholders because they're that kind of target a little bit antiquated, especially in my company. So for them it was very difficult to imagine things on the spot. Even was difficult for some of them just for perceptual reasons, visual reasons to use a whiteboard virtually. I tried to use different apps and web services, which was also difficult for them. So that part was kind of not that easily fixed, and that I think suppose the result of this was much more work from the designers because or prototypers, because they needed to make much more changes and to produce much more in order to be more, I don't know how to say it, it's more easier for the shareholders to understand.